Hello and welcome to this screencast tutorial. Today we're talking about Kumiko boxes and how to cheat and create something Kumiko style, but instead of with master woodcraft skills, instead we're going to use a laser cutter. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Here I am in Adobe Illustrator. You know that we're going to create a 24-inch by 12-inch box, and we're going to select RGB. The last thing to do before we go, let's give it a proper name. So let's just call this, yeah, that'll do. Okay, create. So here's our work area. The first thing we want to do is turn on our ruler, and then we're going to come over to our left-hand ruler and we're going to drag to the center. Okay, so that ruler, basically what we're going to do is we're going to try and only use a half sheet for each of these Kumiko boxes. So that's what we're doing. We're just using this guideline to cut this sheet of material in half, whether it's acrylic or MDF or whatever we use. You can see I didn't hit perfectly in half, but if I've got my snap options on, I can snap it right to the middle, and voila, now we're in the middle. Okay, next step is to place our template. So this box we're going to cut out and connect via finger joints or box joints. And it just so happens that we've already got those set up for you. So all you need to do is make your design. So go ahead and log into Schoology, download the SVG file, and then we're going to place it. So we go File, Place. Okay, let's go find that. Mine is on the desktop. Yours will probably be in your downloads folder. So it's close box with finger joints, SVG. We're going to place this. Okay, so before we do anything, here's what we're going to do. We're going to rotate this back to 270. Okay, we're going to rotate these back and forth a little bit. And then while all of these items are grouped, so let's go ahead and do a lot of ungrouping right now. You can see that all of these are grouped together, but then the text and the boxes are grouped together as well. So it's going to take a little bit of ungrouping. So we're going to go ungroup. Now let's go to this one, ungroup. Let's try it again, ungroup. All right, let's try it again, ungroup. And again, ungroup. All right, now that everything is ungrouped, let's go ahead and we don't want to delete these. We just want to move them off to the side. So that way we remember which one is which, okay? So our front, our back, our left, right, top, and bottom. Okay, so we're going to keep all that same orientation. I'm going to work on these one at a time. So I'm going to take my front piece, and I'm just going to move it over here for the time being. And what I'm also going to do is rotate it back to 0 so I can kind of see what I'm doing. This is the orientation that our lamp is going to be in. So this is one face, okay? This is our front face, and our design is going to go somewhere on this, okay? I'm going to make just a super simple design. I'm not going to do anything super elaborate right now. This is just for demonstration purposes. So what I'm going to do is create just a simple, maybe Kumiko-ish style design, and I'm going to make it just with some boxes like so. Actually, let's do that. Let's keep this one. So I want this same pattern repeated. So instead of creating the same box, I'm going to Control, and I'm going to, on a PC, it's Control, I believe, maybe Alt. I believe it's Alt drag, but I'm going to Alt drag and duplicate this 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 times. We'll see how that looks. So now that I've got these boxes made, rectangles, I'm going to shift click on all of them, and I'm going to align them, use my align tools. I'm going to distribute my spacing evenly, okay? Now, what you want to realize is that this area right here, what I've made is the area that will get cut out. So just for demonstration purposes, let's pretend like this is our ambient glow coming through. That's what's gonna be our lamp. All the rest will be the actual like strips, quote unquote, strips of wood, okay? So we're gonna keep those clear like so. Let's go ahead and group these while we're at it. And let's use our align tool. This time I'm gonna align to a key object. That key object is going to be my box. And I'm going to center it and center it. Okay, there we go. Let's add some more boxes up here just for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna go ahead and fly through this as quick as I can. All right, I'm gonna use a few of my alignment options to make sure that this is all the same size. That's about good. I'm just gonna call that good for now. And same story, I'm just going to Alt drag and use my snap tools to make sure that it's all the same. And let's call that good. Let's do one more at the bottom. I'm not sure if this is perfect, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to call this good. Okay, I'm not necessarily sure that this is completely Kumiko style, but for the screencast, we're going to call this good. Now, what I'm going to do is super important. I'm going to select all of these interior items, and I'm going to group those. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to Alt drag and duplicate it 1, 2, let's go 3 more times. Okay. I'm going to select this with the box now, and I'm going to group. I'm going to rotate it back to 270. I'm going to put it back where it came from. Something like that. Okay. Now for each of these, what you can now do is rotate these 270 and place them on each of these. Make sure that you're using your align tools to make sure everything is aligned. The back, this one's up to you, whether or not you want to put a lamp shade in the back. You can choose to do it, you can choose to not do it. That's up to you. If you want a pattern on the back, that's your choice. What you might want to also consider doing is adding a ellipse, and somewhere right down in here, you want to add a little circle there. That's where our cord is going to be inserted. So just make sure that you stay on the inside of this interior path and this interior path, because you'll have more panels getting put there. So that's something that you can choose to do. You can create a design for your top, leave the bottom intact. Don't do any cuts to the bottom. When you are done, okay, what you want to do is take all of these items. This is all going to become a cut pattern, okay? So you're going to select all of these, and here's what you're going to do. Your red, you want to be all the way over. This should read at 255, 0, 0. Then you want your line to be 0.001 points in thickness, super thin. That's how the laser cutter reads all of this. Do the same for these. Stroke 255, 0, 0. 0.001. And this is now officially ready to go to the laser cutter. We'll want to move this all off of our workspace and also off of our workspace. And now this is a file that is ready to cut. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and good luck.